This hospital has a disturbing secret by MrBallen. Apparently this hospital has a disturbing secret. Let's find out what it is. I've watched a couple MrBallen videos, but not this one, but someone suggested this down in the comments. So I'm like, yeah, I can go ahead and watch that. That's also what y'all should be doing down in the comment section if y'all got reaction suggestions. Just make sure you suggest something that's actually reactable, you know what I'm saying? Make sure y'all show a lot of love to this video, like, share, and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get it.
In 2015, a startling discovery was made inside of this off-limits area inside of a prominent South African hospital.
Okay.
Now, at the time,
South Africa.
no one really understood what this discovery meant, and so eventually people just kind of forgot about it and moved on.
Right, makes sense.
2 years later, when another eerily similar discovery was made inside of another prominent South African hospital in one of their off-limits areas.
Was it the same thing?
This story has not gotten more press because one, it's recent, and two, the implications of these discoveries are mind-boggling.
Right.
But before we get into that story, if you're a fan of the strange, dark, and mysterious delivered in story format,
yes,
come to the right place because that's all we do.
Right.
And we upload once a week. So, if that's of interest to you, please put
I'm about to add coyote urine. I don't know about all that. Hey, I'm gonna have to add that boy MrBallen into my wheelhouse though of reactions.
Okay, let's get into today's story.
Like I said, I've seen his videos before, but I never thought to like react to him, but reacting to him is a good idea. So we might just have to start doing that every week when he uploads. The missing patients.
On October 4th, 2017,
okay. Ooh, this is recent.
Father of 6 named Tatike Katsai arrived at a hospital in Stellenbosch, which is one of the richest towns in South Africa.
Oh,
Tatike,
never heard of it.
Lived in the area with his family, had been dealing with some stomach issues over the last several months.
Okay.
And so this day, he was finally going in to have abdominal surgery to hopefully alleviate those issues.
Bro, I was about to say, bro, ain't nothing. Stomach aches suck, bro. Ain't nothing worse than a damn stomach ache or a headache, bro, because you damn near can't even alleviate them, bro. You gotta wait for them to just kind of go away. You can take medicine that's supposed to help, but it don't never really help. And it's just a nagging pain. It's one of those pains that you can't just sit around and just tough out, bro. It's like when your stomach hurt, bro, you walking around moaning and groaning. Oh my God. Your head too, bro. But this man had to go get abdominal surgery, so there's something really going on with him. What is that?
So, after entering the building, Tatike was checked in, and then before long, he was transferred to the operating room where surgeons got to work on him.
Yeah.
After the surgery was over, Tatike was transferred to a recovery room in the hospital.
I'm scared to go into the knife, bro.
To stay for at least a couple of days.
So
the doctors and nurses could watch over him while he recovered and make sure there was no complications from the procedure.
Okay, so I'm like...
On the afternoon of October 4th, Tatike just kind of lounged around inside of his recovery room. He couldn't really do anything because of the incisions.
Yeah, you gotta just lay there and chill.
So he mostly just laid in his bed, he watched TV, he relaxed, he ate, and then at some point, some of his family members came into the hospital and they visited with him as well.
I'm surprised he was able to eat. I mean, I don't know anything about the surgeries and all that stuff and what you can and can't do, but I guess you can eat. I wonder if it was solid food. Maybe he had to eat like soup or something. You would think that I mean, I guess it's not a stomach surgery, it's an abdominal surgery. Still though, I would think that you wouldn't be able to eat nothing until it heals up. I guess I'd be wrong about that.
By the end of that day, the day of his surgery, Tatike was definitely sore from the incisions. Of course. But overall, he was in good spirits. And to the medical staff, it seemed very likely that his surgery was a success.
Yeah.
Early the next morning, at around 5:15 a.m., one of the nurses in the hospital went to Tatike's room to check on him. And when she went inside, Tatike was awake, he was alert, he seemed totally normal. And so after a brief conversation, the nurse told Tatike that she was just going to get him some fresh linens to make up his bed. And so Tatike nodded a thank you to her. And the nurse, she turned away from Tatike, who's in his bed. She stepped out of the one door in the room into the hallway. She grabbed fresh linens off of a cart. She turned back around and went back into Tatike's room. Except now, Tatike was not in his bed. So the nurse immediately thought, okay, well then Tatike must have gone into his bathroom because the door was shut. He must be in the bathroom. And so just kind of reflexively, the nurse walked over to Tatike's now empty bed and replaced the linens. And then when she was done, she just looked at the bathroom door inside of his room, expecting Tatike to come outside any minute. But after a couple of minutes passed and Tatike had still not come out of the bathroom, the nurse decided to go over and just knock. And so she knocked on the bathroom door and just kind of called out, hey, is everything okay in there? But there was no answer.
No answer. I knew it. I knew it.
She just tried the handle, and when she saw it was open, she called out that she was coming inside. She opened up the bathroom.
He wasn't in there.
And it was empty. And so
What the hell?
She head around and looked back out at the room where Tatike should have been.
Yeah.
She saw, he's not on the bed, he's not under the bed, he's not anywhere in this room. Where could he have possibly gone? And she's thinking to herself, the only door out of this room
is the one I left out of.
hallway,
Yeah.
the same door that she had used to go out and
So
get
he couldn't have snuck past me. I'd have noticed it.
Tatike had ran out of that door in the few seconds that her back was turned from Tatike.
Right.
She certainly would have heard him or seen him.
Right.
Again, she was right outside the door and only outside of his room for a couple of seconds.
Exactly.
Not to mention the fact Tatike has major incisions on his
Yeah, so you can't.
and could barely stand, let alone
Yeah.
walk or run.
He wouldn't have been able to get up and just run out the room with the speed, bro. He would have been, you know what I'm saying? That just shit hurt. Yeah. What the hell happened to this boy TK? Did he jump out the window? What happened, bro? I hope he didn't jump out the window, bro. I hope it ain't that.
And so, totally baffled, this nurse ultimately left the room and went and told her superiors.
And they're like, what the hell is going on over here?
This hospital would immediately begin looking for Tatike on the grounds of the hospital.
Right.
But they would do it kind of quietly. They wouldn't call Tatike's family to tell them that, hey, we can't find him.
Right, because they're going to freak
Or
out.
call police. And some have
What you mean you can't
speculated
find him?
that either one, the hospital did not think this was an emergency and they would quickly find Tatike.
Right.
And that everything would be fine. Or two, the hospital was just so embarrassed at the idea that they lost a patient.
That
They didn't
fast.
want anyone to know. And so that's why they didn't tell
Probably a
them.
combination of both.
Regardless, the hospital would search for Tatike all day on the 5th, the day he went missing.
Okay.
And they wouldn't find him. And then the next day, the 6th, the hospital again would spend the entire day quietly searching everywhere in the hospital, but they wouldn't find him again. And so finally,
Damn.
on the next day, the 7th, so 48 hours after Tatike had just kind of vanished inside of his
That's
room,
too long,
the
bro.
hospital would reach out to
Yeah, that's way too long. Hell no.
and they would say to them, hey, is Tatike home with you guys? And the family
They were
was
like, no?
No,
You
he's
mean?
supposed to be with you.
Yeah.
So the hospital would say, well, he left 2 days ago. So
Hell no.
there he is. And so Tatike's family is horrified, not only that they were totally left in the dark,
I'd be
but they would
pissed.
find out over the course of this conversation that the hospital had not even contacted the police yet.
I'm suing.
So the family, they reached out to the police, and then later that day, the family would meet the police at the Stellenbosch hospital.
Right.
And then a very public search of the property would ensue to look for Tatike.
Just been 2
However,
days, he gone.
again,
Wherever he at, he
no one
gone.
could find him.
Yeah.
Authorities would continue to search both the hospital and also the neighboring area outside of the hospital over the next couple of days.
Yeah.
But after they continued to find absolutely nothing, the search began to wind down. And so Tatike's devastated family was left with absolutely no idea what to think or what to do.
I'd be pissed,
Fast
bro.
forward to October 20th, so 15 days after Tatike had gone missing.
Right.
And on this day, the 20th, there was a construction crew at this hospital in Stellenbosch
Okay.
doing some renovations. And at some point on this day, one of the workers had to climb into the ceiling of one of the floors of this hospital.
Whoa.
The space above the ceiling is this tight, cramped space, almost like an attic. It's very big and wide. It's like
And I already know it's, I'm finna rewind it 5 seconds so we don't miss nothing, but he finna be in there. Ain't no way he climbed up there that quick, bro. Unless he did. How? Let's keep listening to find out. But what the hell is going on, bruh? Oh, nah.
the ceiling is this tight, cramped space, almost like an attic. It's very big and wide. It's like the whole length of that floor. And really the only people that would ever go into the ceiling are construction
workers,
or
yeah.
other authorized personnel that needed to do work. It's
Okay.
not a place that the public would ever go into.
Right.
But when one of these workers went up into the ceiling, he had a headlamp on and he's kind of looking around. He's looking for what he needs to do up there. And at some point he turns his head.
He got jump scared.
Light illuminates a person sitting in the corner far away from him,
Oh.
way up against the side in this tiny little attic space. And it would turn out it was Tatike, and he was deceased.
Damn.
No clue how Tatike could have gotten up there.
Right.
Not only is it obviously not a publicly accessible area,
Right.
but the actual way to get up into the ceiling, the door that leads up into the ceiling, is very difficult to find. And even if Tatike found this entrance into the ceiling,
He couldn't did it that quick.
nearly impossible for him to actually get into the ceiling. Because again, this guy has serious incisions on his stomach.
Yeah, you can't climb shit.
He could barely sit up. He couldn't really walk. So the idea of him climbing and pulling himself up into the ceiling just seems impossible.
Yeah, and I was about to say that too. Like, I don't know if y'all, it's a funny thing. You never really realize how much of your body muscle you use to do basic mundane tasks until you have an injury, bro. Like, I never realized how often you use your hips. And I know it's obvious you walk when you with your hips and you do other things with your hips, but not like, no, bro. Like, every little baby movement you do uses your hip muscles, bro. I had a hip pointer injury one time, which is, you know, it's like I guess it's like a tightened hip muscle. I don't know what a hip pointer is exactly, but my hips hurt, goddamn. It was from sports. I used to play football and shit in high school. Nigga, I couldn't even move without my hip flaring the hell up and hurting real bad, bro. Like, I'm telling you, anytime I did anything, even if I'm sitting down or laying down and I like just move my body, hip just pain, bro, just shooting through it. So I'm like, yeah, bro. And then one time I had like a shoulder injury, not like it wasn't like broken or anything, but I had a shoulder injury. And yeah, any little baby movements I did, my shoulder muscles started hurting real bad too. So like, yeah, you really use your full body of muscles every time you do anything. You just never realize until you get injured, bro. So ain't no way in hell this man had an abdominal injury and climbed up there. So this is a MrBallen video, so I already know it's gonna be some crazy twist. So let's go ahead and listen and see what it is. I just wanted to tell y'all that real quick.
Then there was the very strange autopsy results. Now, the full report has not been made public,
okay,
but TK's family had a consultation with the hospital after the autopsy was complete, and they would go to reporters and talk about what the hospital told them. And apparently, the hospital told the family that TK did not die from complications from his surgery, and they heavily insinuated that TK did not die from natural causes. Something happened to him, and the hospital had no idea what this something was, and that's what killed him. And the hospital also told the family that TK likely was dead before he went up into the ceiling.
How?
Someone or something killed TK, and then someone or something placed him in the ceiling.
Nah.
Again, this is just from the family going.
You're not gonna tell me that was a ghost in his bed.
Discussion with the hospital. The hospital's only official statement has basically been that they have cooperated with the family and they don't really know what happened.
Boy.
Now, of course, this is a very strange story, but it gets even weirder.
Okay.
On May 10th, 2019, so about a year and a half after TK was found deceased in the Stellenbosch hospital ceiling, a 53-year-old father of 4 named Sandil.
He was there for 2 weeks.
Arrived
How they didn't smell it?
Another hospital in South Africa. It was in a city called Durban, which is considered to be one of the nicest and wealthiest places in South Africa.
Okay, another super nice place. Yeah.
Sandil was a builder, and he had been working on a house when he had fallen and broken his leg. Specifically, he broke his femur bone, the bone that runs from your hip down to your knee, the big single bone on your thigh. So just for reference, if you break your femur, you can't.
You ain't walking on me. Look, get the fuck out of here, Fly. Y'all see that on camera?
Hobbled his way into this hospital in Durban, and he began to receive care.
All in my face.
2 days later, on May 17th, Sandil was still in the hospital, still recovering from this broken femur, when his cousin came to visit him. The cousin said Sandil seemed totally normal, and that during this visit, Sandil told the cousin that after the cousin left, Sandil was going to be transported from this hospital to another hospital.
I'm sorry, I'm paying attention, but that annotation in the corner, secret group of geniuses killed for fun. What the hell was that? All right.
Sandil was going to be transported from this hospital to another hospital nearby, where he was going to get an x-ray of his leg, as well as talk to another orthopedic surgeon. But apparently, after this cousin left from this visit, the doctors at the Durban hospital walked into Sandil's room to take him and transport him to this other hospital, and Sandil was not.
Oh my gosh.
Durban was known for their very tight security.
Yeah.
So right away, their reaction was very
different.
Don't
tell me this man was in the ceiling again.
This hospital immediately contacted authorities
right away,
missing a patient, and they began a very public search of their hospital for Sandil.
Okay. Did they check the ceiling?
On May 18th, so
why don't they check the ceiling? It just happened at another hospital.
The hospital in Durban began to smell this horrible stench coming from one wing of their hospital.
Oh damn! So was it the ceiling?
Workers would track the stench.
It might have been the ceiling. Let's see.
Closet, and when they opened it up,
it was in the janitor's closet.
Liquid dripping out of the ceiling.
Oh, it's in the ceiling.
The liquid was coming from Sandil's decomposing body that was located in the ceiling.
God damn it!
The autopsy would be carried out very quickly. However, the results of that autopsy have never been made public, and Sandil's family has not commented on the results of this autopsy.
They better have got some money.
Today, all we know is that within a 2-year period, 2 seemingly ordinary South African men,
well, I guess
both could either not walk
decent amount of time in between each other, but still.
shock because of their physical injuries, somehow snuck out of their hospital rooms totally undetected by staff, and then wound up dead in the hospital ceiling.
Yeah.
Some say the men really did somehow sneak out of their own accord and decided to go into the ceiling, and that's what happened.
Yeah.
Others say both men were murdered.
That's what I'm thinking.
Placed into the ceiling.
That's what I'm thinking.
And still others think these two cases are the best examples of something called spontaneous teleportation, which is the hypothetical phenomenon where a human suddenly disappears and then almost instantaneously reappears in another location. But for now,
But why would they
there is
die?
no official explanation, so those
I
are
don't
all
know. They wouldn't be dead.
It's up to you to decide what you believe.
Not a photo of either hospital. Okay. People out here just getting placed into the ceiling. They still ain't got no explanation for this. Damn. Usually he wraps it up in a nice little bow. We get an answer. They don't even know what happened still, bro. To this day. To this day. That's crazy, bro. Damn. Rest in peace to them two dudes, man. Hey, I'm scared of hospitals. You know what I'm saying? Put people up in the ceiling and shit. I guess that ain't happening in quite some time. No. That was 2019. That was like 3 years ago. Oh, hell no. It was only in Africa, but still. I think they was murdered. I think somebody snuck in, turned cameras off, something, and put them boys up there. Something happened, man. That's the only explanation I can think of. Ain't no way they teleported. But anyway, y'all, that's gonna go ahead and do it for this reaction. Make sure y'all show a lot of love to this video, like, share, and subscribe. Leave me reaction suggestions down below. If you have a good reaction suggestion, I will consider reacting to your video. The video that you suggest. Don't try to like put your personal channel videos down there thinking I'm gonna, give you some free promo. You know what I'm saying? Hey, don't do that shit. But anyway, I'm about to get up out of here, man. This is your boy Dairu. We signing out. Peace.